What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Log Horizon Episode 6, and holy crap, what an ending. But I'll get to that a little bit later on. So the episode starts off with this welcome back party for Sarah, and it seems that the people are really enjoying the food, so that right there, told me one thing, that Nayanta, he had to make this because so far he's the only character that we see that can make food properly, because they didn't have the depressing look on their faces while they were eating. And my hunch was right, because we see that he is teaching other chef players that they can cook food really well and it will taste like the real thing, because we saw one guy getting kind of emotional about it because it was so familiar to him to see some real food again. And of course, we also had another chef that kind of messed up because his level was too low for the dish he was making. So even though now, they have chefs that actually know how to make real food, some of them still have to get better than others. So, their party, it went by quick, but we at least saw a few things. Like we had that one scene with Akatsuki and how she was forced to try on the dresses by Marie secondhand, because I forgot her name, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows who she is because she's a Koski #1 fan at this point. So after the party's over, everybody is just exhausted except for Marie and Shiro. So they were putting blankets on people, and Shiro will clean up a little bit, but they have so much to do that they'll go finish it in the mornings, and so they go to talk, and we just learned so much about what's going on in the world now. So there are these two guilds that we definitely know are up to no good. We have this the first guild, which is called DDD, and it's led by a guy named Krusty. Now, why does he have that name? I don't know. It's pretty freaking random. But apparently, he has this guild that has over 1,500 players. Now, that's a lot. And then we have this other guild called the Black Sword Knights, but this guild is kind of different, because they don't take any players that are under level 85. So clearly, this guy is picking power over players, but the other guy, is taking all these other players in there regardless of their level. So these two guilds are kind of butting heads, or at least in the future, they could butt heads. And then there's one more guild, Hemilin, and these guys are using these items called EXP pots, where they are experience enhancing items that are for level 30 players or below, and they take in all these new players and take their pots and sell them, because we see that the Black Sword Knights, they are using these pots, and it's kind of cheating in a sense. At least to them it's cheating. But I have played a few MMOs, and they actually do give you some EXP boosting items. So I'm not really sure why it's considered cheating, but it is. But apparently the Black Sword Knights, they are aiming for level 91, and I'm guessing that with 90 being the cap, and now 100 being the new cap, those last two levels must take ages to obtain. So maybe that's why they're using these pots. But it's obvious that the level number of experience that you need is so high up there that even though they're using these pots, they are still not passing 90. So maybe that actually will reveal the number about what it is to get to the next level, because I really want to know how much big of a stretch it is to go to the next level. And apparently all these big guilds, they are kind of making the rules for towns, and it's just putting everybody in a depression state, because these guilds are taking all the good hunting spots so they can get all the experience, while lower level players suffer. And to make things worse, it's creating this unpleasant vibe in the city, because most players look so depressed because they actually walk around with their head low, and they just have this sad attitude to them. So these guilds that are doing this kind of crap, they definitely need to be stopped. And Shiro was definitely struggling in this episode, because he didn't like it, but he didn't know what he had to do. And even though he's part of that tea party, because we see we still don't know who the girl is, but it's she's always encouraging and giving advice to Shiro. So I really hope they like say who she is, because I definitely want to know like who she is and how come she's not around now. Because to me it's kind of fishy. Like if she was that close to Shiro, like what happened to her that she's not around at the story at this point? So while Shiro is feeling conflicted about what he should do, Nyanta appears, and they go back and forth like talking, and it's like Nyanta came with him, but he's still waiting for him to do what he has to do. And even Nasuko feels the same way, because Shiro always have this like heavy burden on his shoulders, because like he has this always on duty mindset, and he like hold himself back. But at least in this episode, his like own mental shackles come off, and he finally does the right thing. So he contacts Minori, who's in the guild that like taking these pots and selling them, and of course she can't really talk, because if they catch her, she could be in trouble. So Shiro actually tells her to cough, and in three different ways if she want a response. Once for yes, twice for no, and three times if she want to say something. So she slightly messed up there, because she meant to cough twice, but she did it three times, and that led Shiro to believe that she wanted to say something. But at least now we know that Shiro is definitely coming to save her, and he wants to get this guild out of town. So he goes to Marie and asks her for help, and he wants to to help him out. But the thing is though, they can't really do much, because he wants them to lend him 500 million gold, or it's just 5 gold. I forgot which one. I think it was just 5 million gold. And he actually tells them that he actually made a guild, and of course everybody thought that he hates guilds, and he never wanted to be in one, because Marie had invited him a few times and he turned her down. But at least now he now has his own guild, and of course the name of it is Log Horizon, and that ending right there, which is perfect. I'm like really glad that he now has his own guild, and that way he could do what he wants. But I am wondering like what other kind of members are going to join, because even when they like kind of show them in the opening, we don't see much of them. So I'm definitely curious about that. But like I said before, this episode, it was definitely good. I liked it a lot. I definitely loved the ending. No doubt about that. Like that right there was really good. And we also had Marie talking about how she was kind of making an alliance with all these other guilds that were around as well, because they were kind of they kind of want to go against those bigger ones, because they felt like it wasn't fair that they were making all these rules. But of course they were arguing about the most pitiful things, and their own. She said they were arguing over these pitiful things. That, I believe it was also selfish requests. So that right there didn't work out too well. But I do think that those people that have stayed behind, like maybe those three can have like some kind of alliance together. I'm not sure about it, but you never know. It could actually work with them. But I do think that Log Horizon and Marie Guild, they should definitely partner up together, because with Shino and with Marie and her 4 level 90 players, they all can do work, and it will benefit them both. Well, yeah, like I said, guys, this episode, it was so good, at least to me. But I'd love to hear what you guys thought. But as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. But as always, you guys take it easy. I'll see you all next time.